Sup, it's Harley, and welcome back to Lisa the Painful. When we last left off, we were wrestling, and we will continue to be wrestling because there's not a lot we actually need to do today. Is the thing. First of all, we're going to truck on over to the wrestle place, and we're going to fight Satan. We're going to fight Satan right off the bat here, because as it turns out, having it done everything we did last time. Goodness. We beat basically everyone except for Satan and Morty. They're the only two, like, hostile entities still out here. So here's the game plan. We're going to defeat Satan. Then we're going to wrestle to our heart's content. Then when there's like 15 minutes or so left of the stream, we're going to kill wrestling, get Sunny, and then we're going to take on the roulette house to finish that off. Then, oh, what was it? Yeah, after the roulette house, we're going to have Rex Thunderstorm kidnap one of the two people. Yeah, Sunny or Buckets. If Sunny doesn't survive the roulette house, then he'll capture Buckets. And if either, well, that'll take care of one of them, and the other one, if they survived, we'll feed them to Morty, is basically the idea. And that will be that. But we're not going to put up with any crap from these guys. We're going to just hit them hard and fast and be on our merry way. I see no reason not to, really. And watch Satan will just, like, kill someone right off the bat, regardless. We'll see how fast we can beat him. Probably very would be my guess, because we're strong as heck. You want to be doing that one. That one. Wows. Yes. Wows for you. You definitely need to get the poisons up, so you do that. And you put your Dasa, yep. Wows, Dasa, you need to do the other poison. Good. Dasa. Try to bleed the guy if you can, eh? Did I pick the same poison twice? Or did I just do it wrong? Wows. Whatever. Hopefully it's fine. Please don't kill anyone. Okay. So he's only got regular poison right now. No, yeah, that was deep poison. It just didn't work. Dang. Yeah, we're gonna shred this guy if we can. Power bomb. Yeah, Carp's fine. All that extra training. He's still not deep poisoned. Good grief. It's getting concerning. Is he resistant to deep poison or something? Good grief. We're just getting really bad luck. He's just not having it. Good grief, this guy. I could also try to burn him, but, yeah, I don't know. I really need to keep the dots up. It's important. It's important! I would like to be doing more damage with these guys, but he takes so much from the poison if you can get it. But it's gonna be like this, man. Maybe I'm better off just doing other stuff. No effect on Satan. Yeah, he's just... wow. Alright, enough of that then. I'm inclined to believe it's probably not going to work. Okay, so you need to ASAD while you're like this. Good God, Carp. He didn't miss once. Oh, he did miss once. I jinxed it at the last possible moment. But that was insane damage. The cover just going ham. Ow, controller, would you please work with me? And now you're just out of points. You should probably have some SP boosting stuff. Do I have anything that just does SP? I have all SP. All HP and SP. Yeah, no, I guess she's gonna have an iced coffee, man. There we go. Wowz. And that's it for you, man. Satan is no more. But I said his name was Mike. What should I put him down as? I guess I should put him down as Mike. Like, honestly. Why would he lie about that? Sure, he was listed as Satan in battle. Maybe Mike Satan. We'll just put him like that. There we go. We got him. First try, no problem. I feel no need to save, even. Alright, so let's go wrestle. We are gonna be wrestling a lot. Like, a lot. Which means I'm going to be blathering a lot. But I also think I'm probably going to put on some battle music, so we don't have to just listen to this game's music. I mean, this game has some pretty great music, but we kind of heard all of it last time. Don't drive off the cliff after you keep defeating Satan, please and thank you. You go ahead and rest there, guys. I'll get the troubadour set up. I should probably put on a thing so you can see what song is all playing as well. Let's see. Go to my documents, my games. Oh wait, it's not in there. That's not where it is. Been so long since I needed it for anything. Well, they're not really that long. We did use it during Lacria. Yeah, let's see. I guess I could just go in the options here and turn off the music. Where's the audio? Yeah, there you go. There, we can have the sound and the music. Now, let me just... I gotta copy this over from, like, Aiden. Where is it? It's, music. Oh gosh, it doesn't even say the correct thing anymore. That's how old this is. Copy. I'll paste it over here. Paste a duplicate. There it is. It's gonna cover up Geese's feet, I think. Yeah, it is. That's okay. I guess I could put it behind Geese. As long as it's not behind the game, we're good. Oh, it is behind the game. Crap. Maybe I should put Geese in front of the game. Alright, here, hold on. Geese, you need to move. Geese. Geese Thompson. Get up there. There you go, guy. There, you're not behind the music now. Oh, this music. Yeah, so we want to just hit that. And we hit control. There we go, and now the music will just do its thing while we do our wrestle thing. Yeah! And we should be able to see. Yeah, there's the title. Scrolling across the bottom there. Good stuff. I need to move it just in case people chat. They probably won't, but you never know. You never know. Oop, I minimized the window. Alright, let's go. Wait, no, let's rest again because someone started craving. We're gonna beat up dudes until it's like 7:45. You wanna do the dystopian rumble? Yeah. I wanna just like pick them out of the menu instead of bothering to put in the inputs. Sure. It's like whatever, dude. do I want to just mash? I want to just mash. Can't mash the attack, man. It doesn't work. So, blathering. Let's see, what's going on? Not a whole lot has changed since last week, really. I got involved with some more Pokemon card nonsense, but that's about it. Goodness. There's this shiny Mew card in a not-so-recent set. It was called Celebrations. They released a bunch of, like, classic cards in this set, and some new ones as well. I intend on getting the new ones, not so much the classic ones, because they're literally just reprints from previous sets with, like, a little Pikachu stamp on them, and personally I feel like the Pikachu stamp just makes it worse. But anyway, this particular shiny Mew card, it's pretty elusive because it goes for, like, about $18 to $20 on tcgplayer.com, and that's the site I rely on for card value information, since I don't really have any other frame of reference. But there are so many people on that site selling cards that it's like, it seems like a pretty good way to get, like, the temperature on a card that's popular, and that one is definitely a popular card. But this week, well, earlier, I guess this technically, or this week, I found an auction for it. Oh wait, no, it was last week I found the auction. It was this week I had to bid on it because it was, oh wait, no it was. Was it this week? I don't remember when I first saw it, but there was an auction for it on eBay, and the starting price was like $1, so I was like, oh my goodness, I have to try. I have to at least try. And the seller had all these other, like, decently rare cards on sale as well. They had, like, over 300 auctions. It was crazy how many different cards they had going all at once. And I was like, alright, well, let's compare prices with TCG Player and see how many of these are actually worth it. And as it turned out, a lot of them were. Like, a whole lot of them. Like, many of his starting bids were, at the time and when I earned them, a lot less than what you would pay for them on TCG Player. But the main problem wasn't necessarily how many cards there were, it was the fact that they were all ending at exactly the same time. Because, like, usually whenever you put auctions on eBay, it'll have, like, it'll have an end date, like, predetermined, and whenever you put in the next one, it'll be, like, a few seconds later, because it took you that many seconds to upload the next one, etc., and so forth. And no, this person, they set all the auctions to end at exactly the same time. There was a batch of them ending on Monday night at 11 p.m., and then a second batch with the Shiny Mew ending on Tuesday night at 11 p.m. So I had, like, a big old spreadsheet I put together with all the TCG Player prices and the auction prices and, like, what my bids could be to try and get a deal. And I thought I was ready going into it on Monday night, but I severely underestimated how long it would take me to bid on all the things. Because, like, I'm one of those people that puts it all the way to, like, the last second. You want to get your max bid in at the last possible moment, so the other people bidding don't know something's wrong. It's, like, too late for them to stop you, basically. But I couldn't do that because there were too many cards. I could, that with, like, a few of them if I really tried, but not nearly as many as I was going for. So on Monday, I had set myself aside a half an hour to do all of my bidding, and that was not enough. I got through, like, maybe half of them, half of the ones on my list. And I lost a lot of the ones too, because, like, since I had to do them a half an hour in advance, well, people who had already bid on them noticed, and were like, oh, I'll just bid up. And I didn't really miss out much in this regard, because, like, my max bid was basically the price you would pay on TCG Player anyway, and if I wanted to pay that price, I would just buy them there. That's basically the idea. So any card I lost, it kind of didn't matter, because I just earned more money for the seller, basically, and they got ripped off by at least a quarter. Like 25 cents. Oh, hey, it's a song from Lisa. Look at that. But anyway, yeah, the first night didn't go so great. I I won a handful of cards. I want to say there were like 14 in the first batch. And there were a bunch of cards that actually they didn't get any bids because I had missed my chance to bid on them due to the timing. But the seller was super cool about it. They were like, I had asked them, hey, would you be willing to sell me these cards that did not get any bids? We can just like add them onto the order for like whatever their default price would have been since I was going to get them. And they were like, yeah, just tell me which ones, and I listed them out, and then we were like, alright, we'll see how Tuesday goes. Tuesday, I was much more prepared. I had the same basic setup with like my spreadsheet and the prices and all that, but there were like even more cards I was interested in getting. There were like, goodness, there were over 100 of them that I wanted initially. And some people had bid the ones I was looking at higher than I was willing to pay for them. So those ones got eliminated, but there was still over, there was like 107 by the time I got done with it. But I allowed myself an hour this time to get all my bidding done, and it turned out that was a bit overkill. I only needed 45 minutes to get through all but 7 of them, and I saved the last 7 for the last second because, or at least the last 10 seconds, because that was something I actually could manage. And I just barely managed it too. I wasn't really sure how many auctions I could fit in as close to the deadline as possible, but it turns out 7 must be it, because I put my last bid in on the last second of the last one. And I lost a lot of those too, but I won a bunch as well. I won like 30 out of 80, I guess is how many I put in. Good grief. But I only overpaid for, like, I want to say 8 of them, and no more than 10 cents because of how I was handling my bidding. So it really wasn't too bad, and my overall savings across all of the cards was like $100. Like, all of those same cards bought on TCG Player would have cost me another $100. But I also spent like $400. It's like, did I really win? Did I really? Good grief. But anyway, got all those cards. Oh, and I did not get the shiny Mew, unfortunately. My final bid was lower than somebody else's final bid. It just didn't work out. Pity! But I did get so many other great cards. I think the most I saved on one of them was like 1750. It was like this Genesect Dex from, I don't remember which set, back in the day. It usually goes for like 35 or something. I got it for 20. Pretty good. Very nice. And the highest cost card I bought was like this rainbow version of Magikarp and Warlord Team Up card. I only saved 42 cents on the thing, but that's because it usually goes for $56.42, meaning I spent $56 on that card alone. It was kind of crazy. Not exactly comfortable with that. I feel like I could have done better. But then again, actually, if I hadn't bid as high as I did, I wouldn't have earned it at all, but I think I could have passed on that comfortably and been fine. But, you know, it still kind of worked out in the end, because, like, after all that craziness, the seller was like, you know what, since you bought so many cards and were such a champ about it, I'm gonna give you free shipping, and I'll give you all those bidless cards from yesterday for free. I was like, well, hot damn, guy. You're my kind of dude. So it all worked out. I spent like $400-ish and saved about $110, and now I need to take it easy. Take it easy. Slow down there, Hoss. Don't go spend all your money on collectible pieces of paper with pictures on them. Freaking Grubhub song. Oh yeah, this controller is totally like having issues. My computer keeps like hiccuping and forgetting the controller exists, and that causes its little button to turn off. I can't tell if that's an issue with the USB port, or the controller itself, or what, but it's a little alarming. But yeah, I'm like paying attention to what it's doing right now. And the little light that it turns on whenever I switch the function of the control stick into the plus pad, it just keeps blinking off. Not good, not good. Poor controller. It's dying. Oh well. Tough luck, I guess. Sad indeed, Pinwheel Slash. I shouldn't like this song, but I do. It's just fun. Thank you, SMT Saviors Meta, for introducing me to it. I had a lot of problems with the SMT Saviors Meta, but, you know, the battle music was not among it. I'm trying, I need boys. Keep going. Oh, so let's see. What else? What else? I guess that's about it, huh? All that Pokemon nonsense. It totally disrupted the rest of my week because I stayed up too late. I didn't need to, but bidding on stuff like that in that particular fashion is a bit exhilarating, and that's a bit much for me at my age before my usual bedtime, which is the time all those auctions were ending. So you can call me a wimp if you want to, I don't really mind, but like, getting all pumped up just before bedtime, it kind of messes with your sleep schedule. And I did okay the first couple days, but after Wednesday I just like crashed and burned. Pretty bad. I'm like way behind on stuff. I'm gonna have to follow a very aggressive schedule with my time for the next 2 weeks to get back where I'm supposed to be, even with a day off coming up. It's really, really bad. It's just really bad. Hey, maybe I'll get a lot of stuff done. I might actually get through all my dang thumbnails and start drawing a comic, assuming I can write one in time. I am in the middle. I'm still trying to get back into reviewing things. I need to make more time for it. Like, I need to be in a certain headspace to write, and I feel like I could be there, but I'm usually so drained after work that, like, I just can't put that time to effective use like I would like to. It's unfortunate. But I have not forgotten. Undercurrents is next, and then so many more after. I only have a couple more thumbnails I need to do, thankfully, but we keep finishing all these short games. Like, I'm working on the thumbnail for the Hero Core playlist right now. Would have had it done by now if I had stayed on my schedule. Oh, what else was I gonna say? I guess we need one for... Wait, no. We just finished off Foreign Relations. Yeah, we'll need a new thumbnail for Foreign Relations, because we only have the demo's old one. And the CG that... Or, well, not the CG, the background that was used for reference for that image is no longer even in the mods. Like, wow. I'm not sure what scene I want to draw from Foreign Relations as it currently stands. I'll have to give it some thought. But yeah, I need to review the latest comic I read, which was Less of Bittersweet, which is actually a DDLC-themed comic, so that's an interesting little crossover. I don't usually have my DDLC mixing with my webcomics, but here we are with that. I need to get that reviewed, and I think I'm probably going to need to get my next comic page written before I can start doing the reviews, because, like, I need to be able to keep the art rolling at home, and I can't really draw my comics if I don't know what I'm supposed to be drawing them for. Like, I need the script all figured out, basically. These things are chugging along on, like, the game design front. I will also be doing a bunch of game design as I'm keeping up with things. And I reached the point with the database where, like, I'm caught up with some of the things that had changed for the old battle groups, and I'm making the new battle groups for, like, the post-game content. And I'm actually kind of enjoying that. I even figured out a way to make some of the moves work better, so that was pretty good. That was good stuff. Happy for that. It's just going to take a while. At least it's not... It doesn't feel as tedious as it was. It feels like I'm actually moving forward instead of wheel spinning. But once I've got all the new groups made, it'll feel like I'm wheel spinning again, because there's, like, the classic mode half of the game, and the battle groups have changed so much that I'm going to be just, like, needing to overhaul them, basically. Not necessarily overhaul, but there's going to be so much changing that I'm probably better off just copying the correct groups from the first half of the game where applicable, and reconstructing the other ones based on that. It's a mess. Big ol' mess. Big ol' terrible mess. The next game design session I do, what I'm going to need to make sure I do, is get my screenshots from Interview Club ready, because that resumes next week. Yippee! That resumes on Monday. Phew. And when that resumes, there will be like, give or take, a year's worth of time before the last of those posts are up. And that means give or take a year's worth of time to finish what I'm doing with Pokemon Hunter and get back into making Take-Two at long last. Goodness. I was tempted to do a stream series of like past versions of Take-Two just to refresh my memory of it, of where it started and how where it is now. All that fun stuff. And I don't know, maybe get some people into watching the streams, because the majority of my fan base is still DDLC at this point. They might be inclined to watch the streams if it's DDLC. I don't really know. Seems like the DDLC has actually been getting less views lately, and it's the SMBX stuff that's taking off, particularly the Summer Stars series. I don't know what makes or breaks a series as far as that goes, but they seem to get more attention. Hey, I'm fine with it. Whatever people like to watch. As long as they're having a good time, I don't really mind. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, regardless. I don't know, it was the last time we used Buster Punches. I mean, right here, obviously. It only happens by accident, basically. There we go. Knocked him out. It's gonna be so tough for Nightmare Brad. That's kind of the only reason we're still doing wrestling stuff this stream, is because even if we wanted to, there's just no way we would be able to fit Nightmare Brad in here. He's gonna take a whole stream. So we're basically gonna wrap up everything we can for Area 3 here. And we'll just do the Nightmare stuff first thing next stream. And then after that, we'll be able to finish off the game in the stream after. And we'll be able to roll right into Joyful. That's the stream thing. Wow. Don't know how long I don't know how long Joyful will take. Recording all the people we killed and the corpses we found has been a lot more of a tedious process than I expected. We've been more meticulous moving through the game, and it's taken longer. But even with that, it probably won't take more than 3 streams to do Joyful. Kind of depends on how much of an honest college try I want to give to the Warlords of Olave fight. Because I honestly don't know if they can be beaten. I've seen online how they did it. They even did it with, like, lower stats than me, but they also didn't encounter that glitch where they all just, like, did their super moves. And I don't know what triggers that. I still don't. Maybe I can, like, do some research on the subject before then. People might have figured it out by then, or maybe nobody cared enough to bother. Whatever the case may be, I guess I'll investigate. Jeez, Geese, you took a ton of damage from that. Since when does that guy hit so hard? Oh, whatever, we'll heal him up and be good. Alright, and counting corpses, I wanted to mention. So I took a look at Peter's Peak, and I tried to count the corpses there, and I was able to make out about, I think it was 46 heads, but I could tell just from how high the piles were that there were way more bodies up there, and I felt like I couldn't really get an accurate beat on who was who, because they're all just like black and white, they're all piled up, and it's really confusing. So I was just like, that's why on the stream thumbnail it says the corpses 52 plus Peter's Peak, because I feel like that number could probably, it probably like triples the amount of corpses found in this game all by itself, maybe even quadruples. But since I couldn't get a precise measure, I saw no reason to put an actual number there, so I didn't bother. Yep. I was not up to the task of identifying literally every corpse on that mountaintop. Just too much. So we'll just have to settle with the nebulous plus Peter's Peak number of corpses in the game. Level ups. They're getting rarer. Rarer and rarer. How far up are we? 38? Geese has surpassed Brad? No way! 38, 39, 36, 36. Do some people level up faster than others? Oh hey, and we never equipped Mike's belt buckle. We should do that. There you go. Yeah. Fight, fight, fight. Trying to think what else is going on. There really isn't much. Let's see. My gaming is forestalled for the moment because I need that time for other stuff like artwork and such. But I do have a couple sessions of it planned in the coming weeks. I guess I really have just cut the time I would normally spend on it in half. Which is kind of going to be the status quo going forward, because whenever I get around to streaming commercial games, they're coming out of my usual gaming time. It's like I usually hit up whatever game I'm playing twice a week. Once on Wednesday nights and once on Sunday mornings was how it used to be. But once we're back caught up with everything else I need to be doing, it's going to be that I'll play a new game or whatever on my own on Wednesday nights, and then I'm going to be streaming a commercial game on Sundays. Yippee! Something to look forward to. Putting even more content on my channel, with an unreasonable amount of content, like honestly. It should be fun. I just hope I can get Dolphin working reliably well on my other computer. Should be able to handle it. I think it'll have more processing power than this stinking laptop. This song is proportionately louder than the rest. I'm fine with that. Brad is gonna be seriously strong. Who poisoned him? Yeah, whatever, we'll go fix it. Come to think of it, the song this game is, no, the game this song is from is also on my stream list. After Mario Galaxy, it was going to be Pokemon Moon. Where we would hear this song. Fun! Not sure what I want to do with that. There's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with, like, Pokemon challenge runs and such. I've never done a Nuzlocke before, I don't know if I'm up to that. I could give it a try. It's not like it's for reals or anything. And it's not Ultra Sun and Moon that's on my thing, so I wouldn't have to worry about, like, Ultra Necrozma or anything. Because apparently Ultra Necrozma is, like, a hard stop to, Nuzlocke in Sun and Moon. Or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Because it's just such a brutal boss monster. It's really hard to deal with. Unless you get lucky and have something that can specifically counter it. But I do wonder if there aren't, like, more things they could do to deal with it. 'Cause I don't know really, I don't know all, like, the rules that they follow in Nuzlocke and stuff, necessarily. All I know is the general gist is, like, you can only catch one Pokemon per area. It has to be the first one, and if you knock it out yourself, you don't get it. So you're at the mercy of RNG for what's available to you, basically. And obviously, if a Pokemon gets knocked out in battle, otherwise, it's out of your party, you can't use it anymore. So you have to really be careful and make sure you don't lose Pokemon in stupid ways. And Ultra Necrozma is, like, perfectly capable of wiping your entire team. At the same time, in the Ultras, you can also, like, hook your Rotom, your Rotom Dex guy, and he'll give you, like, little booster thingy-doopers. And one of them is the thing that can raise all your stats in a single turn, which is basically what Ultra Necrozma already has going for it. So it's like you can at least match it on a power level to some degree, I would imagine. Just make sure you get something out there that's not susceptible to psychic damage. Assuming you've got something like that, I guess. It all depends. Depends on what's there. Like maybe if you start with Poplio, and you have a Primarina by then, you could, that would make it immune to Dragon, and, I don't know, it wouldn't be weak to Psychic, but Primarina's not exactly a slouch on the SD side. Have you beaten the Ultra boss before? Yeah, I've completed Ultra Sun. I actually do all my breeding in Ultra Sun as it currently stands. But yeah, I cleared like everything in the game except for filling out the Pokédex because I never bothered to do that. But yeah, Ultra Necrozma was an absolute nightmare and I did not enjoy it. I can only imagine it's even worse in a Nuzlocke setting. But it's not something, again, it's probably not insurmountable and you can probably do something to plan for it. Some measures you can take to not be totally wrecked by it. But yeah, that's kind of neither here nor there, because, as I said, it's only regular Pokemon Moon that is in my stream queue. Not the Ultras. So if I do decide to do a Nuzlocke, it's not going to be in the Ultra one. But yeah, when it comes to streaming commercial games, I do want to, like, do creative things with them, not just a basic playthrough. Something I, like, kind of make it my own, since commercial games always get more attention than indie stuff on the internet. Like, a lot of times whenever I, even when I do these indie game streams, I'll do silly challenges like what we're doing here with Lisa, defeating everyone we possibly can, just to switch it up. So, because we've already covered the content on the channel once before. But with commercial games it's different, because they get covered by lots of people, and a lot of them I've already played before anyway. So it's like, if I can find some way to make the game a little more challenging, or maybe a little more interesting for the stream's sake, I would like to. Not sure what I have to do with Mario Galaxy, though. Because I would want to fully clear it, but I'm definitely a completionist, and I like to do things in order as far as games like that go. So for me, playing that game differently would probably go something like, going as far as I can, as fast as I can. Well, maybe not as fast as I can necessarily, but like crossing every star barrier with like the minimum number of stars would basically be the idea. And then just go back for the rest and after the fact. That would be different for me. Guess I could try one of those don't touch coins challenges. That might actually not be too difficult in Mario Galaxy, since coins are like not that important there. You don't need to collect them for stars, I think, except for like the purple ones from the purple comets. Yeah, it's mostly about like the star bits in the Mario Galaxies. The coins are just like, they're kind of there as a token presence. They heal you, I guess. That's about it. Otherwise, they are like completely unnecessary. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe I could make that work. Just gotta watch out for monsters that drop coins, I guess. But of course, if a monster drops a coin, it's going to like disappear after a couple seconds anyway, so it's not like that would be a huge deal. Could also try doing a pacifist run, I guess. Like, don't destroy any monsters unnecessarily. Only ones that are required to get a star. I guess the problem I have thinking about it is there aren't any super obvious things you can do with Mario that make it much more interesting. One I had heard about for Mario 64 that I liked was bothering to collect all the 1-ups as well, because there are so many 1-ups in the worlds, and like the game doesn't really track you on for them for any reason. That could be an interesting thing to do. Oh, his iron body doesn't care about your stabbings, Tiger Man. This is why I've been throwing fireballs at him, because I know it would override his deef. Okay, good, doesn't matter. I need to get the war off now. But yeah, collecting all the 1-ups in Galaxy might be interesting too. There are probably a lot of them that are completely unnecessary. It's like, why would you bother to get them if you weren't just going out of your way for them? I guess I would have to like look up where they all are. So once again, the game just doesn't track that stuff. Man, your pecking's my guy. I guess we could take this opportunity to show off all of their animations, because we've got them, and that's what I usually do at the wrestling place anyway. I'm just like going for efficiency here. No real need to, though. I should probably rest to get that wary off of Brad. Just to see what all these characters can do. I feel like their movesets are pretty simple. We've basically seen all this stuff before. I'm less familiar with Brad since I usually lose some arms along the way. And having both his arms is still just so strange. Yeah, let's check out some move animations. Why not? We've already seen her horse dance, so you don't really need to do it. I'm not gonna bother with that one. I'm gonna Buster Punches. And Super Peck. Swipe. You can wrist slash. There you go. There it was. All the pieces are just him falling over. Some of them are more stylish falling overs. Surprise attack. Hyper. Pinwheel slash. Ankle slash. It's just weird that do a ton of damage. Or are we just that strong? Couldn't really see Brad's because it was so far to the right. Good grief. Maybe we do those once again. All those moves we just picked. Cinder Sluggin was not positioned aptly. That was the drop kick. We'll do it on Wonder Wizard. How about we pick Wonder Wizard for this? I feel like we saw that one well enough. I guess you pick. I've seen Fever River many times. He took him out with it. Nice one, Brad. Oh, he stunned him. Oh, but what? I thought it said it wore off. Oh. Why is it back? Unfortunate that Geese and Carp were using their poison moves at the same time. Fever River 2 is just Fever River 1 with more swipes. We know this, but we'll use it anyway. Stop stunning Brad! This is why I knock you guys down so you can't do this crap. Oh hey, we're on. Sweet, it's the do a thing. He's iron bodying again. Stop it, die. Can he handle a flightless bird? Guess we'll find out. So it does still factor deep into that. I feel like the damage would probably be higher if it didn't. Great Saladin. He's just too great. This is why we need to knock him over and use powerful attacks. There he goes. And no, he couldn't really handle that. There we go. Knock him out. Big old crit there. Hopefully all this grinding pays off. Fighting Nightmare Marty and not being able to lose anyone is going to be a real thing. Although, to be honest, I'm a little more worried about, freaking what's-his-face, Tricky Rick. We might be okay since we've got some pretty powerful dots on our side, but not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to it. What have you doing now? You just did Machine Gun Fist. Yeah, let's do Cannonball onto the foreign objection. You've kind of already used all your moves, guy. So just spam that one, I guess. You still got moves to use. Did we do Hectic Waver? We probably did, but do it again! Do it again. How many of these guys can Iron Button? It's annoying. I don't like it. I cannonball you. There's the other half of Brad's animation. It covers like the entire screen with that. Good grief. Yeah, you're cinder slugging. Ah, ow. How is not what I want out of a reliable in Pokemon. Like, it's kind of nice having someone on your journey that's just friendly with you and stuff, but how is just... He's so bland. Excuse me. And then Hop is just How, but again. He's a British How. I was kind of let down in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon when they made How the champion battle instead of what's his face like they used to. Who was it? Kukui. Yeah, that guy. Also, How's final battle thing wasn't nearly as cool as the battle with the sun, which is also in here. But we're not going to be hearing it today, probably, because it's like way down in S. It's like SU is that one. Some of Brad's animations are just so half-hearted. Out of here, guy. We gotta move on to more wrestling. Because obviously, we've still got like an hour of this. Oh god. Oh god, why? I made my choices. I've been getting back into Pokemon battling. I've been working on my, like, for realsies team, which is still in Pokemon Sword. But the same strategy kinda sorta works in the new versions as well. At least all the same Pokemon still exist, so that's a plus. None of them got cut, or at least they didn't after the DLC came out. I've got a Politoed on my team, and it was not there initially in the Gen 9 lineup, but after the DLC released, it was there, so yay! All the pokes. Oh god. It's basically like a rain and a sun team at the same time. They're basically designed to work so that they can operate within any type of weather, actually, but they have beneficial weathers that they prefer. Now, like, Politoed sets up rain, while Torkoal sets up sun. I've got a Charizard on there, because of course I do, with solar power, so it can, like, really, really wreck when the sun is up. But if they try to ruin its day by making it rain, or if it gets stuck with Politoed or something, it also has Hurricane, which gives that move perfect accuracy in the rain, so that's good. It's pretty great. And it has Solar Beam for the rocks that will inevitably try to bury it in a pile of rubble. And on the water side, I've got a Gastrodon. Actually really like the water side because it's much more defensive than the fire side. Like, the fire side is more hyper offense, where the water side is a lot more defensive. As a slow Pokemon needs to be. But it's, of course, it's a Storm Drain Gastrodon, but it's super nice because, like, you can lead with Politoed, and, like, the other water Pokemon is a Barraskewda. Barraskewda can flip turn off of an opponent, or even just switch if you really need to. Like, if you're expecting a fake out or something, like, whatever. But anyway, it swaps in to Gastrodon, while the Politoed uses Surf, and Surf hits the opponent Pokemon for a decent chunk under Rain. Politoed isn't that strong, but he's not trivial either. But the Gastrodon absorbs the water and gets a boost, so you do damage and set yourself up all at the same time. It's pretty nice. I think you already used all your moves, Carl. Maybe he used more of Brad's moves. I'm pretty sure we've seen all of his anyway. This is back to the head sliding. Did I use the regular head slide? It's basically the same animation, isn't it? Who's gonna use this? Here, use the regular head slide so we can see the difference. Yeah, it's basically the same animation. I don't think Fireball 3 is any different either. What was I talking about? I forgot. Oh right, my Pokemon team. And the last member of the team is a Colossal. So basically, the fire side is Torkoal, Colossal, and Charizard, while the water side is Barraskewda, Politoed, and Gastrodon. And they synergize pretty well. And it's kind of nice, because I've been busting through the Battle Tower in the Sword and Shield, and it doesn't seem to know what to do with my team, because the Battle Towers in the Pokemon games are always inclined to cheat in every way they possibly can, but it doesn't know how to handle my team, because, I bring the Charizard, which is ×4 weak to rocks, and doesn't like the rain and stuff, but I also bring the Gastrodon, which is ×4 weak to grass, and loves the rain. So, and those two cover each other's weaknesses, super duper well. It's Charizard is ×4 resistant to grass, which is Gastrodon's only weakness, and Gastrodon is resistant to rocks, and it's immune to water because it absorbs it. And it's also immune to electric because it's ground. So yeah, for the single battles, I've been bringing Barraskewda and those two, and just whichever of the two seems better suited to fight whatever they put up front, I flip turn to them, or even just let Barraskewda do some work on its own, because it's not necessarily weak either. It's very fast, and hits decently hard. But I've got a focus sash on it, so I don't have to worry about it going down in one hit. Unless, the opponent is wearing a Rocky helmet or something, which they got me with exactly once, and it didn't matter, they still lost anyway. But yeah, I can tell the game still cheats in the Battle Tower and stuff, because whenever they have the solution that they want you to use, whatever that might be, and when you don't choose it, you're going to have, worse luck than usual. My Barraskewda has Ice Fang, and it hits 95% of the time, but whenever I was in one of the battles, the game decided that no, Ice Fang was not the correct choice. You're not supposed to win with Ice Fang. So Ice Fang missed, I kid you not, 4 times in a row. 4 times it missed. At 95% accuracy. Because I wasn't playing the game the way they wanted me to play it. God, do I hate that about Pokemon games. I still won, but it was obnoxious. And there are other ways the game will punish you for not doing its intended choice for you either. You'll get paralyzed or confused, or such and such things will just go wrong. Every possible RNG thing that can happen badly for you will happen. It's actually pretty egregious sometimes. But I guess sometimes it also works in your favor too, because there was one time, I guess it decided my choice was so good. I had been frozen the same turn, but then I thawed out and landed an attack with low accuracy, because I guess it was the right choice. Really, really annoying. I wish it would just, obey its regular mechanics. Like, as stated. But on the plus side, at least in Sword and Shield, there are things you can do to, like, force the game to do what you want. Because, like, if a move has 100% accuracy, there's no excuse you can make for it to miss, basically. And even then, if you're worried about missing, you can Dynamax. And max moves will never, ever miss. Even if they protect, they still take a quarter of the damage, etc. and so forth. Yeah, the team doesn't just work against the CPUs. I've also played with it online and had a decent experience. I've had worse experiences in the past, like when I would try to do online battle tournaments where they let you bring like 2 legends, and I don't on principle. Obviously my team could very easily work with Groudon in place of Torkoal and Kyogre in place of Politoed. Although they can't exactly fill each other's roles because, like, sure, those two are tough, and they can certainly contribute to the team in their own ways, but there are things that Torkoal can do that Groudon cannot, like, for example, Rapid Spin, stuff like that, Yawn, etc. Although I have to admit, I think Kyogre would probably be an objective upgrade to Politoed. Politoed can help in hand, which is nice, because Politoed is kind of slow, and it lets him sneak in a useful action, even on teammates of his that are faster than him. So he can still contribute to the battle, even if he gets knocked out or forced out or something. But yeah, the advantage Kyogre would have is that it can learn Thunder, where Politoed cannot. I don't really have any electric attacks on my team. I've got grass, but not electric. So that's a little burdensome. I could give my Charizard Thunder Punch, but it's not really an attack-focused Charizard. It's definitely specially oriented. The team can function in, like, any weather. Obviously, they benefit from sun and rain more than anything, but yeah, all of them, or at least some of them, can benefit from others. Like, Sandstorm has no effect on Gastrodon, and it improves the defense, no, the special defense of Colossal. And Hail is probably the most niche thing that they can work with. I think only Gastrodon can really benefit from Hail, because Gastrodon has Weather Ball, so no matter what the weather is, as long as it's not neutral, it has an attack that does decent damage. I considered giving my Politoed a Blizzard so he could also benefit from Hail, but I liked him better having Icy Wind, since he has more of a supportive role anyway. It's still an ice attack that hits everything, but it's more reliable, and it makes it harder for the other side to succeed. But it might not really matter, because a lot of the Pokemon on my team are kind of slow. Charizard and Barraskewda are the only ones who are, like, really naturally fast, and they don't exactly need the speed boost. Yeah, you know, I might have just talked myself out of Icy Wind on Politoed. It helps Politoed a little bit, but like I said, it doesn't really matter that he's slow because he's got Helping Hand if I need him to sneak an attack in somewhere. Yeah, we can do one more before we rest. Yeah, I don't know. I quite like them. I feel like they've got some decent answers for the kind of things you would usually expect to see in, like, the competitive scene, but I acknowledge fully that they also have their weaknesses. They also don't work quite as well outside of Gen 8, I don't think, because They're definitely a team that works well with Dynamax. And that's just not a thing anymore in Gen 9, but Terrestrialization is, and I can see that really helping them. Like, a bunch of them have times 4 weaknesses that you can circumvent just with Terrestrialization. It's like, get wrecked. Oh, and just because some of them are slow doesn't mean they're always slow. Like, Colossal is the one that can shift there. It has Steam Engine, so if it gets hit with a fire attack or a water attack, its speed just skyrockets. And it's actually quite brutal. That's the reason I have it there. And yeah, he can do a bunch of stuff with other weather too, like his fire attacks benefit from the sun, while he has Scald if it's raining, so that gets powered up. I gave him Endure, and he has like a weakness policy, so he can take a super effective hit, and if it happens to be a water attack, it'll set off his weakness policy, and raises speed so that he goes first next time, and only has to worry about priority moves. In fact, one of the riskier strategies I can do is have my Barraskewda flip turn off of the Colossal, setting it up, and bringing in a new party member to help out with whatever else. And if that other party member is like, what was it? Gastrodon, it can redirect water attacks away from Colossal so that it doesn't take more damage. But for Colossal to survive that without using Endure first, you need to have either the Sun up in the first place, or Dynamax it before the flip turn. Although I actually go Gigantamax on the Colossal, because its special rock move is really nice for breaking focus sashes and such. But yeah, I've been working on putting that team together. Some of the ones I've used I actually got from, like, mystery gifts. Like, I believe it was... I think Wolf was the original trainer of the Colossal, and I wanted to take it a little bit of a different direction with my own. And the original owner of the Torkoal was, like, some Japanese dude, but they happened to jive together, I noticed, and I was like, hey, I can work with this. The Charizard I have bred myself, along with the Politoed, Gastrodon, and I recently bred the Barraskewda. I had to use an ability patch to get its hidden ability, because I didn't want its flip turn to be redirected. Because, like, one of the nice things about... Well, it's nice that Storm Drain on Gastrodon is able to redirect water moves, but it kind of stinks if you switch in Barraskewda, because if Barraskewda tries to do its flip turn, and Gastrodon is there, Gastrodon eats the hit and it doesn't switch out, which is like the whole purpose of flip turn. But, Barraskewda's ability, its hidden ability, its Propeller Tail, which prevents its attacks from being redirected. So it synergizes better with Gastrodon if I can choose to flip turn off of an opponent while Gastrodon is still on the field. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I've been working on replacing the Torkoal and the Colossal, because I want them to be my own and have like their own natures and movesets and all that stuff. I've kind of got a good idea of how I want it to go, I just gotta put it all in motion. And I named all of the team members after like prominent people in Team Aqua and Team Magma. Like, the Politoed is Archie, and the Gastrodon is Shelly, and the Barraskewda is Matt. While on the other side, Torkoal is Maxie, and Colossal is Tabitha, and Charizard is Courtney. And I even made sure it was a female Charizard, which is not easy to get. So that's something. It's been fun to put them together. Just gotta actually get them all the way there. Breeding is slightly less convenient for me in Gen 8 because in Gen 7 I have these Dittos I got from Wonder Trade, One of them, both of them were shiny because of course they're hacked. But the one has 6 perfect IVs, and the other one has 6 perfect 0 IVs. So I can literally, between the two of them, breed any Pokemon with any stats I want, which is kind of amazing. But it's not like I don't know how to breed without those either. It takes more time, but it can be done. It's really not that problematic. Yep. Yeah, ever since ever since the online services for the 3DS ended, I've just kind of been in a bit of turmoil with my Pokemon battling because I was so not prepared to move on with like anything and just figuring out all the logistics between the bank and Pokemon Home and like what games things are available in and what moves they can still keep and what ones I need to replace. It's just, and I've got like hundreds of Pokemon to work with, you know. Hundreds. I like to randomize my teams to some extent so that they all get their moments to shine. If they can even find it. Some things will never shine no matter how hard you try. But I like to see what I can get rid of. That's part of the fun for me. It's just been a lot. A lot. Next team I have going in is like, I've got a Lilligant that I traded for in Black, I think it was. Yeah, I played Pokemon Black and traded an NPC for their Lilligant, so that's that one. I need to adjust its moves because some of the things it was using are no longer available in Gen 8. I had given it Hidden Power because its Hidden Power was ground and that covers grass at least a little bit. But it can't have that anymore. And since I'm not sending it to Gen 9, I can't give it Terra Blast, and like one of my policies for Pokemon I transferred for past generations is that they use moves that they would be able to have in that generation. And Terra Blast is obviously not from Gen 5, so what I ended up doing with it was I gave it Solar Beam and Sunny Day because it's a Chlorophyll Lilligant. And for coverage, I gave it Dream Eater and Sleep Powder. And I gave it like a wide lens to improve the accuracy of Sleep Powder. So like the idea with a Lilligant would be, you use Sunny Day on your first turn, that rockets your speed way up, and then on your second turn, you Sleep Powder and cross your fingers, I guess, because with the item, its accuracy rises to 82%, which isn't terrible, but also isn't great either. It's unreliable enough to fail when you really need it most. It ain't Spore, but it's not terrible either. And yeah, Dream Eater, being Psychic, it basically covers neutral on everything but Steel as far as grass goes, so not too shabby. Could be worse. Lilligant has a very limited moveset from Gen 5. It's like Grass or Bust. Pretty bad. I was tempted to give it Natural Gift, but it's also a modest Lilligant, so like even if I did, the attack wouldn't be very good. And I don't even know if Natural Gift is something you can teach it in Gen 8 anyway. Yeah, let's see. Next on the team is a Tentacruel. It's a shiny Tentacruel that I had originally found it in Pokemon Crystal, actually, and that one is currently living in my copy of Pokemon Stadium 2. But I rebred it in the future so I could have it, and that one has like Clear Body for its ability, and I gave it, it used to have Barrier, but I have to replace it with Acid Armor because Barrier no longer functions. And it has like Confide to raise its special defense, and it just kind of tries to outlast things with Black Sludge. But both of its moves inflict dots, I want to say. What were its moves? It had Sludge Bomb. It has Sludge Bomb and Skull, yeah. So basically, it fishes for dots, and its defense is stupidly high. It's just a very bulky, stubborn Pokemon. What was the third one? What was the third one on the team? Trying to remember. Doing this off the top of my head. lack of anything else to talk about. Oh, it's a bear tick. There's a bear tick on this team. It has, let's see. It's one of the ones that whenever it's a hailstorm, it increases evasion, so it has hail in its moveset. But it's not very fast. So it kind of relies on being missed by its opponent. I gave it, like, bright powder to stack with the hail effect, which is pretty rude for people online, but they don't let you do it on Showdown because they hate RNG with a passion and a vengeance. Like, anything that makes it such that a move will have less accuracy than is predictable is, like, immediately relegated to anything goes tier. Because they hate that stuff. The Smogan people who take it super duper serious. But anyway, I can use it online, so why not? It's got that, and I gave it Icicle Spear, I think it was. It also has, like, it's going to have Liquidation in the future when I transfer it over. I might be able to teach it that in Gen 7. It just hadn't had it before. For whatever reason, I gave it Dive before. That wasn't a very smart thing to do. Because Dive doesn't really work with the whole hail gimmick. It's just, it just makes the hailstorm end sooner, really. Sure, it denies them more hits, but you're gonna have to set up hail more often, so I didn't really see the point in keeping that. I want to say its final move is a fighting move. Probably low kick, I think, is what I settled on. Because that's a good yeah. He mostly needs it for steel types. And steel types are generally heavy enough that low kick will do a lot of damage to them anyway. Yeah, that's that guy. He's just basically a basic offense-oriented Pokemon. Where is he out in Praise that you miss? Where is he out with Hail and Icicle Spear? Yep. That's how he goes. Fourth member is a... I remember what the other two are. I guess we'll go over them for now. Because the fifth member is a Regigigas. I actually used it on the previous team, but that was only because the member for its slot was not available in the generation I was playing in. So I just used the proper one in Showdown, and Regigigas stood in for him in Sword and Shield. The Regigigas uses Thunder Wave to effectively double its speed, which compensates for its slow start, because its speed is halved initially. Thunder Wave basically puts it where it would have been before. And it also increases the chances that the opponent is going to have a paralysis turn, and therefore be unable to... or that'll be like one turn off of his slow start ticking down. That's the idea. Yep. He's also got Retaliate as his, like, main damage dealer. Sure, whenever he comes out to use it, he's at half attack power because of slow start, but if he comes out after an ally fainted, it puts it back up to where it would have been, once again. And he's also got Earth Power for coverage, because special attack is not affected by slow start, although Regigigas is not particularly known for its special attack. It's like, whatever. I crunched the numbers, and it was worthwhile. Better than nothing, and it does help them with, like, rock and steel types, which aren't known for their special defense. And his final move, I want to say, was Knockoff, I think is what I gave him. Which is always good. Knockoff's always good. Especially now that there aren't any Mega Stones or Z Crystals for Pokemon to hold on to. The sixth Pokemon on the team is a Genesect. This one, I have like 4 Genesects from various events and stuff, and I just made movesets for them, each one using a different drive for its Technoblast. This one happens to be the one that got the burn drive, so it has like... I'm giving it Leech Life for its main stab move, and it has Technoblast for a strong fire move. They actually have the same base damage, basically, because 80 with stab is 120, and Technoblast without stab is also 120. And it's well suited to having physicals and specials on its moveset because of download. You don't know which one is going to be boosted more, but this way, whether it's your attack or special attack, you've already got a strong move that can work with it. And I think its coverage move was... I think I went with Psychic because it was stronger. And I'm leaning toward giving it Rock Polish as its final move. Because it's not very fast, but that can put it on the board. And it's a little more useful than any of its coverage options. I only really have Psychic there for fire types because none of its other moves work on fire types. Which it shouldn't be fighting anyway because fire types are super dangerous for it. I'm just saying. If it gets cornered and there's a fire type, it has Psychic. And it's decent neutral coverage for everything else too. It's like either go with that and have adequate damage, or go with Zen Hudbutt and have not so adequate damage, but a not exactly that high flinch chance. I decided the higher, more reliable damage was better than the low flinch chance that you need to set up your speed to use anyway. It's like, whatever. Do you remember what the 4th team member was? What was the 4th one? We talked about 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Last member of this randomized team. I want to say it's something psychic. Yeah, it's gotta be something psychic. Or, well, psychic, ghost, or fairy is what it would be. I just can't quite recall. What was it? Ah, I remember. It's the Rotom I got in Pokemon Platinum. I need to do some stuff with its moveset too. All the things I wanted to do with it don't work because, as I mentioned, since it's from Gen 4, it has a Gen 4 moveset, and there's only so much you can really do with that. The move I wanted it to know is Sucker Punch, but it can't learn that in the new games anymore, so I think I gave it Foul Play to stand in for that. Which kind of works because it's not a physically oriented Rotom by nature, and Foul Play uses the opponent's power against them, so that kind of works out for it. It's got like Thunderbolt for its main stab attack, Foul Play for coverage, and I think I gave it Will-O-Wisp because its damage is not that high, and that helps its defense while also giving it Daunt. And its final move is Charge. Yeah, it's kind of a defensively oriented Rotom. So it can have attack with burns, it can boost its special defense with Charge, which also powers up its Thunderbolt. And I think it has leftovers just to be extra annoying. Not that Rotoms are particularly known for their hardiness, but I guess it does only have 2 weaknesses. Dark and Ghost. It's immune to ground. I'm not expecting much from it, but it's okay. I don't expect much from my random teams in general. That's just how it goes. Just for fun. For fun and to see what I can make work. Always a bit of a bummer having two different weather types on the team when it's not specifically themed around it. So, like, needing hail for Beartick and needing sun for Lilligant, it just doesn't work too well, does it? But you get some interesting, unintended synergies too. Like, yeah, Lilligant needs sun to operate, but Genesect with its burn drive also benefits from sun, ironically enough. Its Technoblast is powered up by the sun. So that's pretty cool. Nobody really benefits from hail except for Beartick. Although I guess in the future it will be snow. Oh, but it's not Gen 9, it's still Gen 8, and Gen 8 is still hail. Yeah, it's still hail. Beartick will enjoy the defense boost in the future, when he's actually transferred all the way forward. Well, I don't actually know if Beartick is in Gen 9. It might be. Can't remember. It probably is. I gotta say, I remember being chased by a Beartick on the world map, but that was definitely in Sword. Because he's like chilling on the Vista Hill leading down to Sirchester. And then touch encounters. Oh, we sure are wrecking a lot of wrestlers today, huh? Good grief. I'm wondering if I shouldn't start my plans early, because we've got like half an hour left. I've basically run out of things to talk about. You know what, we'll stop at the 20-minute mark, just to be safe, because I want to make sure we get in everything else we need to. I do have like a little bit of a busy evening planned after this. Because, yeah, the plan, to reiterate, once we're done with all this, we're going to kill wrestling by winning the Eternal Championship. And that will get us Sunny. We're going to take Sunny to the Roulette House and try to finish that off. If Sunny gets finished, that's okay. We'll drop a save, just in case. And then, once we've got that done, we'll take Buckets to an unsafe campsite, and let him get kidnapped by Rex Thunderstorm. Then we'll take out Rex Thunderstorm. I don't think he'll be an issue. And we've also got plenty of save crows to do all of this stuff with, so I don't know exactly where they all are, but we've got them. It's not going to be an issue. Yeah, and once we've dealt with Rex, Roulette House, and Buckets, and Sunny, we get to go kill Morty, and if either of those two is still surviving when we face Morty, we'll make sure Morty takes care of them. I just want to make sure we have all of that done by the end of the stream, so that next time, it's just us and Nightmare Marty, and we don't have any distractions. We'll end the stream at the save crow near the start. The next stream will be Nightmare Marty, and hopefully it won't take like 3 hours. That's what all this grinding is for, I guess. stream after that. We'll wrap up all the save throws and move on to finish the game and continue on Joyful. See how far we get. See if we can't do Joyful in just a handful of streams. Probably can, it's not that long. Even tallying up the corpses will probably not take that long. But that just leaves me with 10 more minutes of stuff I'm gonna talk about. I'm like, can't just narrate what I'm doing. It's not gonna work. What else can we talk about today? Well, I told you about my latest random Pokemon team, but I guess I could tell you about my latest random Pokemon card team, because obviously it wasn't enough to just have random Pokemon teams like in the actual games. This next one is going to... I'm not expecting much from it, even less than traditional. It's basically going to be free prizes for my sister and her husband, because none of the Pokemon in the deck can take, like, a meaty hit. I think 100 is the most health anything in there has. So that ain't pretty. But yeah, my deck randomizer, it gave me Wingles and Pelipper's for the main set. And it gave me a side of Pidgeys, and what else was there? Ah yeah, there was like a Munchlax with a couple Snorlaxes to fill in the gap. So that was 4 Wingles and 3 Pelipper's, which is actually all of each of them that I own, because all of them are from like the Gen 3 days. There were 4 Wingles, and there actually are 4 Pelipper's, but the 4th one, well, I wouldn't put 4 and 4 in the deck anyway, I would go 4 and 3. But the 4th Pelipper is like Delta species, and it doesn't use water, which the other ones all do. They were from my water table, so... all the watery Wingles and the watery Pelippers have joined forces from Gen 3 to eat turd sandwiches, because that's all that's going to happen to them. The Pidgey bunch is a little more interesting. There are 3 Pidgeys from the diversity sets, and a couple Pidgeotos they evolve into. The Pidgeot, the only Pidgeot in the whole thing, is, it's from Delta species. It's electric steel, and it has some interesting properties that I don't get to play with because, what was I gonna say? Sorry. Because the requisite cards to make it work aren't in there. They did not get randomized in, unfortunately. Like, I have, some provisions in place that would allow me to take advantage of niches like that. It just kind of depends on how the cards fall, because what the Pidgeot works with is there's this type of energy from the set it's from that sets off its special ability, and if the energy had come up among my special energies for the deck, I would have been able to use it. But if another special energy was selected that was too niche for the deck, I could have replaced it with one of those energies, is basically it. Like, there are no dark Pokemon in this deck, so if it had given me a Darkness Energy special card, I could have swapped that out for one of the special energies that the Pidgeot needed to do its special thing. But it kind of doesn't matter, because it's just going to die. It's just going to die. Its attack was kind of neat, though. It needs electric and steel to power it, and whenever you use it, you can discard an energy attached to the Pidgeot and switch it with energy in your discard pile, which lets you kind of set it up with the special energies that it uses its ability for, I guess, would be the intention there. But you can't really use it to get the energy you need to use the attack, because, I mean, you already need the attack to be functioning in order to use that ability. So you would really only use it to get a more ideal circumstance with your energies when needed was equipped to something prior. Yeah, no, this song. But I wouldn't go so far as to say it's totally useless either, because there could be all kinds of interesting energies that you would want to attach in such a fashion. And it doesn't say basic energies in it either, so you can totally pull a special energy out of your discard pile and swap it with an energy that's attached using that power. It's pretty cool. Or it used to be cool, now it's just weak. Yeah, the Munchlax, I think it evolves into... Well, it can evolve into the Snorlaxes, so it's just why it's teamed up with them. There's one Munchlax and two Snorlaxes it could potentially evolve into. One is like the original Snorlax from Jungle set. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with him because his HP no longer clears the important thresholds anymore. And it needs like 4 energy to use his attack that does 30 damage. But there is one possibility for him, because one of the special energies I got randomized in was, I think it was called Boost Energy. It gives you 3 colorless energy for just 1 turn. You have to discard it at the end of your turn. If I've got that Snorlax, and you happen to have that Boost Energy, I could equip it to him, and that would be like, he would only need 1 other energy card attached at the time to be able to do his thing. Even if he only got to do it once. It's like, sure, there you go, guy. And the other Snorlax is from Fire Red, Leaf Green, I don't remember what it's capable of. I probably would have remembered if it was anything remarkable, but it wasn't. I'm not super into the Munchlax either, because for it to use its only attack, you have to discard cards from your hand. You have to, like, discard 2 cards, and for each one you discard, you get to flip a coin, which means you're just discarding for a chance of an attack to work. But for each coin flip, it does 30 damage, so I guess that's not so bad. So you've got a 50-50 of hitting, I guess. And a bunch of the trainer cards that got randomized into it rescue things from the discard pile, so it's not such a huge deal, or as big a deal as it could have been. But it is non-trivial, I would say. It doesn't matter, they're all going to die. We're getting dangerously close to the end of wrestling. Very dangerously close. I'm gonna have to, like, turn off the randomized music and put it back on the regular music. And now we're gonna beat up some mutants and stuff. Well, I think I'll just kick back and enjoy the music for now. One last level up. Yeah, close enough. We're gonna call it there for wrestling. Although it does look like maybe one more match will do it for them. Let's see if we can fit in one more match. What happens when you choose this? You run out of chimps. Submission is closed. Oh, but they'll probably just level up on like the mutants and stuff. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, we're already here, we can't run. We gotta defeat them. Let's go crazy, guys. There we go, I closed the music thing. We'll finish off these guys, and then we're gonna finish wrestling. Finally kill it. We're gonna end all these guys' careers. Alright, let's go ahead and put the music back on. Can I just be like... Does it really only go left and right? There must be some way. No, don't do that. Eh? How does this work? I don't know which button I pressed to make that work. Alright, that's fine. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. What did I just do? Windowed, please. Okay, it looks like the stream's fine. Good grief. Okay, we got it. Let's take a rest, and then we'll defeat Death Queen. Forbidden. Keep losing. How quickly can Brad defeat them, do you reckon? We did it! Wrestling is no more. Let's go ahead and add that to the kill counter. Wrestling. Wrestling. Times 0. Okay. No more wrestling. Now we have enough belts for everybody. Yay! But we're still allowed to rest here. That's super nice. That never goes away. And now we're going to use this crow to seal the deal for this part. First crow of the stream. Boop boop. This late in the stream. Alright. Let's go get Sunny. Oh, I should have gotten Sunny before I saved. That's okay. It's fine. Sunny. 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 Alright, now let's take his stuff. We took his bear chest. That's all he had. Alright, now we want to go to, sure, there. Doesn't matter if he dies or lives. Hopefully, he wins. He only has to win one round of roulette. Because the other guy is on his last leg. But if he dies, we'll just have to risk our own party members, which means we're risking resets. It's whatever. Go, Sunny. Oh, he couldn't do it. There he goes. Alright. Sonny, am I spelling this right? Bucklowitz. Hopefully. There he's dead. The roulette house claims another. Alright. Where's the closest crow? Does it matter? Because now we gotta risk our own necks, and that's no good. I don't remember where I left crows. I want to say we left one up in Wally's place. Because, like, we used the lower one on the mountain, but did we ever talk to the crow man? We might have. Did we? We might have already. I don't remember. Doesn't take that long to check. And you know, if I have to reset, I did say it before Bucky. Yeah. I'm gonna take a second to get up there. Because by my estimation, there are like, I want to say 7 crows left, but some of them might be in Rando Land. We've used a lot of the crows up. What happens when you check this now? Nothing. You can't check it anymore. But really, this is for the best. Because that means we can use our main party to take out Rex Thunderstorm and Morty, and we don't have to worry. We can just go ham on them and be done with it. Buckets is going to be the one that Rex pulverizes, so we don't need to worry about a thing. That will be all 27 of the party members we wanted to kill destroyed. You guys, please stop craving so hard. Oh, we did talk to the crow man already. He's gone. He's gone. Dang it. Let me find a crow. Where did I leave one? Ah, jeez. Where would I have left a crow? We didn't leave one in the swamp, did we? I hope not. Let's just go see, I guess. Oh god. Never too late to kill another shadow person, right? One. There might be more. Hold on. Can't remember if I used the one to the left of the swamp. The, like, swamp entrance. 2. We don't need the experience anymore. Oh my god, Tiger Man leveled up. Yeah, wasn't it right here? Yeah, ain't no crow over here. Did we kill 3 of those guys? I'm pretty sure we killed 3 of them. Jeez. Shadow people this deep in the game. +3. +3. Added it to my thing. You can't see where. I guess you did see me scroll it. Doo-doo-doo. Where did I leave a crow? Crap. Maybe somewhere in Area 3? Did I ever use the one out? Not there. It was... Did we go... No, it's not through the crack in the wall. No, that goes to the art gallery. This goes to the... Yeah, no, not here. Oh wait, I just climb up to that door. I was like, why can't I access that door from here? Stupid. I want to say there's a crow out here we did not use. Crow. Ow. Crow. crow. Did I really use this one too? Sure seems that way, huh? Where are the crows? I need a crow. Guess I could just risk one of the party members and reload. Only got 10 minutes. No, this is not what was supposed to go. Sonic, I was counting on you. Erg. Needs to be a crow somewhere. I can't remember. You know what? We're just gonna risk a party member. We'll redo the whole Sonny Bucklowitz thing if we have to. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Stupid broken truck. Can't just work properly, can ya? Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember where I put a crow. I know where I left one for Nightmare Marty. That's the one problem with this particular mode. Keeping track of who. Oh, but if I mess this up, then the shadowy figures will cease to have been killed, and I'll have to take them back off my tracker. Well, I guess we better not mess it up then. Tiger Man, can you bust this dojo? Yes, you can! Thank you, Tiger Man. That's it. Okay. Boop. Take your things. Now we want to truck over to... not Area 2. To Area 3. And now we get to fish for a thing. That was like the last wrestle guy. I gotta scroll down here. Where was he? Where were they? Oh, they're like way back in here. Because it's been a long time since we... Yep. Plus one more roulette guy. All 13 of them have died. Yeah, now we just remove you and you and you. Change into buckets. And we'll camp until we get the scene. Until Rex Thunderstorm makes his move. Spider. Oh. That is like the one thing I cannot accept happening. Of course it is. Of course it is! Why would that go any other way? Ah, criminy. Buckets knew it was coming, so he left. If only I could remember where I put a crow, good grief. Jeez. Let's go, we'll see if Sonny has any better luck this time. Of course, we get the one result that we can't possibly accept. Truck. There you do. Good, thanks. Am I gonna have to go into extra innings to get this done? We do still have, like, 2 boss fights. I was gonna joy my way through them, no problem, but still. I need to remember where that crow is. I need to remember where a crow is. It's, like, kind of vital. I might have to find one off stream. Or just keep going till I do. I don't know. Hey there, guy. I don't gotta, but I should. Okay. Now, don't do this to me at game, for a game again. Don't do this to me again, game, please. Pretty please. Oh, hold on, I gotta get the right crew. Move, you. Change. You. And you. Doesn't matter which of them you take. Which one they take. Please just take one. Nobody leave. You're not allowed to leave. You can't just up and leave. Thanks, Joe Boys. Kind of weird. I guess those Lisa hallucinations were also there at night. Yes, there we go. Exactly what we needed. Who'd they take? They took that guy. Okay. Guard. And Tigerman. Geese. Okay. Now, Rex Thunderstorm is not exactly the most safest guy to confront, but I'm confident we can joy through him and it'll be no big deal. That's a 1, 2... Yeah, they had 3 members and they're all dead. And then there's you. Okay. Look at all this joy we have. Let's get him. No mercy. We want you using, I guess, this one, right? It's WOWs. WAWS. You go ahead and Fever River. You're gonna Dasa. Can we run around this guy? We might be able to. Brad didn't even get to go. Alright. Last step. Defeat Morty. And then I can go to my crow at the start and we're fine. Everything will be fine. Get up there, you. Now, Morty is also non-trivial, but with Joy, if we were able to take out Rex Thunderstorm just like that, I don't think Morty's going to stand a chance. We're going to annihilate this guy. He cannot stand up to this. He could barely stand up to us before. Of course, we didn't have to kill Morty this way. We could have just let him... Oh wait, no, that's not true. This is the only way to kill Morty now. He doesn't get blown up. I could also just dive bomb on him. We're still gonna fight him though. Wait, are we still joyed? Yeah, we're still joyed. Alright, you. It's time. Oh, he actually withstood it. I'm kind of astonished. But I'm glad he was stunned. So does this mean he really is the toughest Joy Mutant now? I guess it must, considering that punishing he just took. Good grief. Phew. You know, I just realized the person in chat is asking me probably about not Ultra Necrozma, but the secret boss in this game. I've beaten them before too, but you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Everyone is dead. It's time to go fight Nightmare Marty. Next time, we're going to the Crow. The only crow I still remember where it is. And that'll do it for the stream. Oh, not here. Further along. I'm not ready to climb the mountain yet. It's a different mountain. This one. And I'll, like, jot down the people I need to on the, notepad and stuff before I wrap it up. Well, like, before I wrap it up myself. I'm gonna end the stream and then I'm gonna do all that stuff on my own. I'm just trying to get it done. Wait a minute. Didn't I need to feed Sunny to that guy? I totally did. You know, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time with the Nightmare boss of Lisa the Painful. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.